The popular version of the Iron Maiden story pegs their formation as Christmas Day 1975. Steve Harris, bassist, had cut his teeth with rock bands Gypsy's Kiss and Smiler, learning both how to play his instrument and a fair bit about what being in a band involved along the way. By the time he gathered a group around him, he was keen to write and perform his own material and was driven to make a success of his new venture. Mega acts like Led Zeppelin and Queen ruled the charts, selling millions of records and playing to tens of thousands of fans. But in the grassroots venues, a new scene was building. Dubbed pub rock for its accessibility to the ordinary punter, this new movement saw bands playing to audiences of 50 or more as bars and pubs offered entertainment most nights a week. Pub rock wasn't a genre of music. It was an umbrella term that incorporated everything from Irish folk to blues country to R&B influenced bands like Dr. Feelgood and Ducks Deluxe, as well as heavier outfits. London pubs in the early 1970s were very different from the pricey gastro joints of the 21st century. They were smoky, packed, and without finesse. The choice of beer was limited, and the only food on offer was peanuts and crisps. The toilets were rank, the carpets were toxic, and no one wiped the spilt beer from your table. A lot of music pubs were run by retired boxers and tough Irishmen, and were very much a masculine domain. But they were largely good-spirited places to hang out with your mates, and hordes of young and very hairy men and women flocked to them in their army greatcoats and cheesecloth shirts to see the kind of music that was being ignored by mainstream radio. A circuit of pub venues evolved in London where bands could hone their craft in the live arena, and sometimes even get paid. Gypsy's Kiss and Smiler both benefited from this apprenticeship. There was also the phenomenon of Battle of the Bands, where different groups would play the same night and be rated, or not, by a panel of judges. Prizes would include cash, studio time, gigs, or simply the kudos of being named the best among peers.